Hey, friends, you are not in school today. So hopefully you're not too sick or anything, but here we go. This is the stuff we're working on. First thing, do you remember? Well, you're in a good spot because you found Google Classroom. Now, can you find your CPM book? So to remember to find your CPM book in your homework help, you have to go to CPM Math, and then I go to the one that says More Math for More People. And then when I'm there, I hit login. Now, if you have your Chromebook and you hit login, you just have to go to the Google G. If you don't have your Chromebook, you may have to enter your school email and password. But I'm in, so now we're going to go to our 7th grade book in ebook. Click on that, and we're going to 1.1. Oh no, I'm sorry, we're going to 1.2.1. So this is called Introduction to Probability. And you have well, let's talk about what the learning targets are first for this one. So the learning targets are students will develop an understanding that probability is a fraction of the outcomes in the sample space and that the probability of an event is always between 0 and 1. Students will also be introduced to the difference between experimental and theoretical probabilities. Then the success criteria is that students will be able to construct viable arguments and critique the reasoning of others, and students will be able to justify their answers and defend solutions. And this one's kind of fun. So the introduction says, you have probably heard a weather forecaster say that the chance of rain is 40%. Have you ever thought about what that means? Does it mean that it will rain tomorrow for sure? What is the chance it will not rain? In today's lesson, you will investigate the chance or the probability of something happening or not happening. And as you do the activities, ask your team these questions. What is the probability of the event occurring? How can we record that probability? So we're going to start in impossible or possible. And the groups are going to get together, and I'm going to put these questions up on the board. And it says, with your team, make lists of 3 different types of events. 1, events that you think are possible but not certain. 2, events that are certain to happen. Number 3, events that are impossible to happen. So kind of formulate those with your group, and then we're going to share those lists with the class. And then we're going to put a line segment on your paper, on your notebook, and we're going to label the left end impossible and then the right end certain. And then we're going to put events on that timeline. Things that are impossible, things that are certain, and then along the line, some that you thought were possible. After that, we're going to play a game called Go Fish. This is Mike wants to win a giant stuffed animal at the carnival. He decided to play the Go Fish game, which has 3 prizes: a giant stuffed animal, a smaller stuffed animal, and a plastic kazoo. The game is set up with a tank containing 1 green fish, 3 blue fish, and 6 yellow fish. And to play, Mike must go fishing. The game is set up so that every time a player goes fishing, they will catch a fish. Simulate the game by creating a bag with tiles matching the colors using the E-tool. And this is really cool. So if we click on the E-tool, it's going to show us the game, and we can put 1 green fish in the bag. We could also put 3 blue fish in the bag. I'm just going Control C to copy, Control V to paste. And then maybe I'll put 6 yellow fish in the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we should be able to draw from that bag, because those are the things that are in the bag now. So we have yellow, now we have green, yellow, 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 blue. Okay. So that's the way that we can do that. And this is kind of cool too, is you can change the number of green in the bag, you can change the number of blue in the bag, you can change the number of yellow. And then you can pick items per draw. Let's say we want to take 3 out, so now we can do this. 3 come out. Okay. And then you can add a new item and things This is pretty cool. Then we'll go back to here and have some questions about probabilities. If all the fish in the tank are green, how would you describe the probability of Mike's winning a giant stuffed animal? The way the tank is set up with 1 green, 3 blue, and 6 yellow, what are the chances that Mike will catch a black fish? And given the information in the problem, what percent of the time would you expect Mike to catch a green fish and win the giant stuffed animal? Explain your thinking. So then we talked about desired outcomes and possible outcomes, and that sets up our theoretic probabilities. And then, this is kind of cool, we're going into building a fish tank. So the managers of this game want a game where you win a green fish 2/7 of the time, and then another one when you win 5/7 of the time, and then one when you win 8/7 of the time. Not sure how you do that. And then one where you win 7/7 of the time. And then after we finish that, we're going to go into Spinner's theory and reality. And they want you to make a spinner that's 40% red, 1/10 yellow, 30% blue, and then the rest should be green. So this is kind of cool. You go into this spinner and you can make it into sections, and you can change the colors of each section. Like you can change that, and you can change that, and you can change that. Okay, so that's kind of how we do that. And after we reconfigure our spinner, they said which color is the most likely, which one is the least likely, theoretic probabilities. Then we go into Spinner's theory versus reality. So now we're going to actually spin the spinners, and that's called experimental probability. So theoretical probability is when we just think of, okay, what does the game board look like, and what should we expect from the outcomes? And then the experimental probabilities is when you actually play the game. And then we come down here to our learning log and then get into our homework. So if you have any problem on this, just go to johnsonth@nps.school. Let me know what's going on. Otherwise, just get into your Chromebook and you can look at some of the e-tools and read through some of the problems. And then when you get to the homework, we have 57, 58, 59, 60, and 61, 62. Remember, homework help is available. Mariana represented several percents as portions of 100 in the picture below. Write the percent pictured in each picture, or write the percent represented in each picture. So we could go into homework help here, and we could get some hints. Okay. So hopefully that'll get you steered in the right direction. Again, any problems, johnsonth@nps.school. And I hope you're doing well, and I'll be glad when you are back with us. Okay, have a good day.